James, thanks for sending out what you have in the way of credentials. And thanks, Cole, for the connect. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm going to give you an overview of the front end side of what the consumer sees, and then myself and a tech team or two member will go through this thing on the backside at night, okay? Just so we don't disturb anybody that might be in there during the day. But let's just take a look. First off, that logo is a little scrunched up. I like that there's three bars there, but I almost didn't think that that was three bars. It almost looked like, small writing. Okay. Wonder if we ever thought of the bars vertically, because then I would recognize it. But, the color seems to be black on a nice taupe or bronze type, color. So that gave me two colors there. So then when I look at the color palette, they're using the bronze. They're using the bronze with white and then highlight black. So you've got three. They're using white with the bronze and excuse me if I'm saying it the wrong, whatever color it is, and the black. Well, when we get the logo, we typically want the, Adobe Illustrator or whatever the PNG, the original file was. We just don't want a PDF because that's for print. We need an original digital file, and then we can maybe enhance this. For instance, like, this is a body shop in Georgia. I mean, well, they do custom paint. But you see, like when you scroll up, you see how that shrinks down up there. That's called a sticky header. The menu stays with you. And then like over here, Merle Owens, executive search firm, what he does is he places CEOs, CTOs, and then he also does it privately. Like the board has decided to replace the CEO. They call this guy. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, like if I scroll on it, you see now that is a what we call a sticky header as well, but it's not floating like the other one where it shrinks up and down and kind of moves. This one stays stationary and all the contact stuff's there. And you see what we did for Mr. Owens here? His dad has had this business for 30 years and he took over and we just updated the whole new site. Took two old crank handle websites and put it together in a nice new modern deal. But he's floating the names of all the businesses he's either worked with or that they've placed with him. So, I get back to you and I'm just like, we don't have any of that authority, right? So that's what you have to do with a website. Build your authority, which increases your rank because not only does the end user searcher see that, but Google sees it, okay? The video is nice, but I would move it closer to the top. And the reason why, you saw how this took a little while to get in there, right? So when I'm on mobile and I just come to it, see, it's a little delay. So I'm just looking at a blank stock photo of DFW, Dallas, or whatever. Okay. Then I've got one, two, three, four, five, six. I got seven swipes, seven panels before I can actually get to the video. Videos are going to be watched more than anything, especially that 20, 30-second range. This is 42, so it's an informational one. But you got to get that up front. Or why isn't there buttons here? Video. But then I think with the new idea, I'm a landlord, I'm a tenant, I'm a realtor broker, I'm an investor. They click the box and it gets them to their sections of what's necessary, right? Once they do that, they shouldn't really be bouncing around all over the place. But what we may do on the investor side and on the realtor side is have them have a login registration, right? So when they come back, they just log in or they sign up. So that way they can get access to their parts and there'd only be a minimal amount that's generically open to everybody, right? The QR code is cool for desktop and not on mobile because I can't scan it if I'm looking at mobile. So it's nice on desktop, but mobile view and tablet view are two different things. I wouldn't have the QR code except for the tablet and the desktop because with my device in my other hand, I could scan those easily, right? And that works great. I put in a high-low 3-2, gave me a nice little list. So, your standard disclosures, there's a call and an email button now. I love that. So, see, those are called call to action buttons. Why isn't that up there? Right? Right when people land. And on mobile, this first little segment, first page, is going to be 90% of where it all happens. And unless I'm on a desktop, I am not even going to get through all of this. So, how do I get to these sections from here? So, I got to have some call to action buttons, like maybe 3 or 4 boxes. And then, I can put, call now, email, property search, right? Or call or property search. Make that a separate button where this pops up on top of all this good content here. but we want to make it skinny enough and sexy enough and professional enough to where it looks great, moves well, and is engaging on mobile. Some of the issues that I saw, like when I go to Owner Portal, I'll just give you a little quick demonstration. Don't want to make the video too long. It might be my connection. I really hope it is just the heat, because it's sure is slow. You notice it takes me to here, and that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with this, but my problem is it left me on the same page. It replaced your website page with this new portal. It should always open in a new tab. That's a very simple thing to do. Property management, you know, so most of the sections that have this written content rarely have a picture, and if they do, they're not great quality. They're stock photos. But then the other thing is everything's just black letters on white. Might as well just be a piece of paper. Why is it a website, right? So, and then some of this stuff, I love this. Let's see what the staff looks like. Nice little blurb. Here again, black letters, very small. So I want to show you something. If I look at it on mobile, and I'm using an XR screen, which XR screen is, you know, SE and higher, right? Even Droids and the other kind. I can even switch it to tablet, but let's just look at this for right now, all right? So you see how dark that is? There's no menu. And then look, I have to do this. This is not mobile optimized. Oh, there you go. It just refreshed because I kind of forced it. So there we go. Now it's there. But man, if you got over 40 eyes, I bet you're not reading that, okay? Especially if you're at a networking event and you want to go look this up, just so you've got it in your searches and then go back later. You see what I mean? So the idea of structure and backbone, that's one thing. You know, we're kings at that. But I think our mastery is also on the front end, what we call user experience indexing, right? That UX is, as we refer to it. What's that end user experience like? You know, like the lease application, online lease application. So I don't know. Let's just go see what these look like. So I saw it thinking, so it took me to a whole nother thing. And that's totally cool, but it's on the tab of your website. So let's see if we can get back. Okay, I got stuck earlier playing with this and I couldn't get back to the actual. Same thing with the tenant portal, like the owner portal. It replaces the page I'm on. It should open a new tab. Mortgage calculations. Okay, so if we are going to do like, you know, hey, I'm a landlord, I'm a tenant, I'm a realtor broker, and, you know, I'm an investor. Are you going to do non-QM loans over here? So then we're going to have a few differences, right? All the disclosures is fine. You know, that looks good. So I think, and by the way, I did have a comment here on the staff. Someone pointed out to me there, you know, one of my team members said like, hey, the girls are like outrunning James there. I'm like, yeah, I see that. So you're in good companies there. I think you have a really nice, robust information available. Just you can see in the stylization that it wasn't really thought through. My corporate America background experience, you know, running $1 million budgets kind of lends to what that looks and feels like without you having to pay, you know, to milk the cow. We're reasonably priced. We're never going to be the cheapest. We're never going to be the highest, but we are going to charge good money because we're going to put out good work. And really the first thing right there is the arrangement of just some of this needs to be better. Might need to switch the platform it's on and then give it all the same functionality, but then make it pop a little bit better. I'm glad you're using this. This is cool. Just, you know, for like dollars, or if you know how, you should have changed that center logo to the tri-bar, right? If it was vertical, you can almost make it look like a Monster can, you know, Monster energy drink. Highly recognized. Would index you a lot more with Google searches. Just things like that, you know, understanding where the phishing streams are flowing. Can you pick up some of that traffic? Can people find you that easy without you having to push it so hard, right? And then if you do push it at meetings, events, like, you know, it's social media, it should all interconnect because we want to increase the domain rank of this, which it's not as high as I thought it would be. I looked at it and it is not at 90 or plus. It's lower than that, and you need it to be there. Then what you would do is connect it to high-ranking domains like social media websites, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And then back and forth. And what that will do is start, and especially YouTube videos, getting that recognition to go up. Curious as to where this video lives. It looks like it is on YouTube. YouTube player. So if you got a channel there, then, why isn't that a video? Why isn't that a video? Why isn't that a video? 20, 30 seconds. People will watch that. They will watch a video more than going here and reading this. And then look how small it is. And then when I go to mobile, it, you know what I mean? It takes it a minute to adjust. Look at that. Might be my connection today. But even though it did adjust to put the menu there, it's not really, it's probably still thinking. So then I got 1 panel, 2 panel, 3 panel, 4, right? And you really can't do much about that. Are those sisters? They look all alike. You can't really do much about that. But you see how it's just not centered? That means it's not mobile optimized. That can hurt your rank with Google and people finding you. So just some tidbits there. I'm going to go play around with the back end and see if I can construct what you need out of what you have, or is it really going to determine us, point us in the direction? Hey, we'll go and rebuild it real quick, pull the content over, rock it up, and then we'll do a live pushover. Okay. Only questions I have: where is the domain at? Where is this sitting at? Is this GoDaddy or is this with the service? This service down here, Pipeline RO, or whoever this is. Let's go see who this is while we're fishing around. Hey, 30-day free trial. Do I know these guys? I'm not sure. Yeah. Real Estate Pros. Okay. I have to do some research on them, see who they are. Anyway, that is my findings right now. We'll have an update for you by Thursday on what this might look like. And then I might have some more questions, right? The non-QM, will you offer it? That's just a matter of connecting people to the proper place there. And there's probably a little bit better ways of doing that. Okay? Thanks so much.